Welcome everybody, a Film Fan 108 here, and the physical media train doesn't stop rolling every year, every month, every week, sometimes for y'all every damn day. There's always physical media worth buying, worth picking up. It depends on if you've got the money in the good old wallet to do it, and sometimes the sales are too good to resist. Even though we're not quite at Black Friday yet, well, halfway isn't so bad. Yes, the halfway to Black Friday sale. It is too good to resist, after all. It is, especially when it comes from Vinegar Syndrome, baby. Yes, indeed. Oh, yes. They had a good old sale, and I decided to take a wee bit of advantage of it. Yes, I did, man. And I'm sure some of you all did the same. See what I picked up. Let's see what I did, man. And they had some really great titles that they revealed, some good discounts, and so I don't always go for these sales, to be fair. I don't always. Sometimes some of the reveals are kind of meh. Some are a little bit better than others. This time around, they intrigued me enough to want to open the wallet, to want to actually check it out and give these titles a go. Some I haven't owned. Other ones, geez, I've had the Blu-ray for quite a long time, so upgrades are always in order. Let's dive in and see what I got, man. The first title that I picked up is a different spin on Vinegar Syndrome. Let me explain. When we enter the world of Red Rock West, yes, good old Nicolas Cage, man. How could I ever really resist? Seriously, man. More Nicolas Cage of the collection is never a bad thing, man. And this is actually a cinematograph title. Cinemata what? Yeah. Vinegar Syndrome does a lot of sub-labels. They do their VSAs and their VSUs and their VSPs and their VS whatevers, man. They do all different kinds of things all over the place, man. And this is a new sub-label that they're trying out that is catered to specific films in their specific catalogs. And I decided, why not give it a go? Now, this is the standard edition. Usually what a cinematograph title is it's much more bulkier release. It's almost like a book. It folds open like a book. There's a lot of different factoids, information, pictures, whatever, and the disc is inside the book-style packaging. I didn't really care for the packaging of it. I really didn't, man. I don't know. It just didn't speak to me, put it that way. But I still wanted the title. I just wasn't willing to pay the money to get the bigger limited collector's edition release of it. When it finally sold out and there was an opportunity to get the standard edition, thus I took advantage, especially with the sale price, and why the hell not, man. And you know, look, the truth is there's a lot of titles that Vinegar Syndrome puts out, especially with certain labels, that I tend to, not that I hate them necessarily, but I'm kind of like, I'm not willing to go out of my way for, put it that way. But this one, I absolutely am, man. I mean, with a cast like J.T. Walsh, Dennis Hopper, Laura Flynn Boyle, of course, Nicolas Cage, it's a well-worthy title to be checking out. Look at that. Very nice. And then the nice original artwork on the inside that I definitely dig and love. So good. And I think that's what ultimately I really go for, is the original art and having that displayed. It's something, as an old school collector, as somebody that goes back to the old school rental days, I love seeing the actual old school VHS theatrical artwork and being able to have it in my hands and look at it. And I got to admit, big, bulky packaging has become a thing. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's other ones here that are bulky as well that I'm totally happy to own. But sometimes I think to myself, do I really need to own this title or that title in a bulkier form? Can I get a little more smaller release that I'm totally happy with, that doesn't exactly break the bank? And I think Red Rock West fits well in this. It's a great little thriller noir. The idea of Nicolas Cage playing this drifter that comes into town. This guy hires this other dude to kill his wife. He mistakenly thinks that Nicolas Cage is that guy. Nicolas Cage ends up rescuing the guy's wife, Laura Flynn Boyle. The real hitman comes into town, played by Dennis Hopper, and then all kinds of complications just hit the fan. And boy, oh boy, do they, man. And I love the acting here. I love the thrills. It's a really great cat and mouse game that I've really loved. And I haven't watched the film in a long ass time, man. So I'm really happy to have this in the collection now and being able to watch it and all kinds of featurettes and audio commentaries, all that good stuff as well. So I'm definitely happy to have this, man. I didn't need the big bombastic release with all the bells and whistles. Sometimes you just want a very simple release with just simple artwork. Some titles are worth the big bulk, and others, not so much. You want it for a reasonable price, and just a solid release. And this is definitely one of them. And the next title that I got, oh, talk about a great movie, man. Talk about a movie that's from my childhood, that I loved growing up, watched it on VHS, and to me, I consider it top tier Murphy. I do, man. He's so good in it, and it mixes great martial arts, action, sci-fi, mystical elements, comedy, all together in all the right ways with the golden child. Eddie Murphy is the chosen one, and that's pretty damn scary. It is. I want the knife, please. Oh, man. Good times growing up watching this title, man. Oh, so damn good, dude. Look at this, man. One of the more bulkier releases, but well worth it. The back here. Oh, Charles Dance. Dude, Charles Dance is one of the best character actors out there, man. He is so awesome as a villain. When he plays a villain, damn, does he just, wring every last drop out of it. Damn, he's so juicy, man. This is no exception, man. Look at that. Very, very nice. Once you open it up, ooh, interesting. Oops, we effed up. Okay. The original version of the disc contained an error. Please toss or shred the original disc. Okay, interesting. Already get a replacement disc right out the bat. Well, at least they admitted their mistake. At least they did. Okay. Set that aside. Not bad. At least we didn't have to wait for it. Put it that way, man. Oh, look at this. You also got the booklet in here. The booklet has all kinds of articles, pictures, you name it. Very nice. You know how Vinegar Syndrome does that. And then, ooh. Oh, look at this. This is sweet. Nice silk cover with the dagger, the parakeet, nice. And then once we open it up, oh yes, look at that. Classic artwork to this, man. Sweet. I know that when people ended up hearing about the title, I think they were a little taken aback by it. Some were really excited, like myself. Others were kind of like, nah, I'm not so sure. To be fair, Vinegar Syndrome is going more mainstream. I mean, we're seeing titles like Congo, for Christ's sake, getting major boutique label Vinegar Syndrome releases. We would have never thought of that before, man. And so, times are a-changing for Vinegar Syndrome, but I guess it all depends on your mileage and what you think about it. But for me, I still love titles like The Golden Child, and I'm willing to give it a go no matter what, man. It is absolutely well worth it. Dude, it's Eddie Murphy. Come on, man. And old school Eddie at that. And I've always loved it, man. I thought he was so damn funny in this movie. I love the action sequences, and I think for me it's movies like this and Big Trouble in Little China, stuff that was a mashup of genres that was so all over the place and wacky. The visual effects and shit, it was just so visually creative and imaginary, and I really just dug it. As a kid, it really just kept my interest, and it's movies like this that have really stuck with me. I mean, I've owned the DVD, I've owned the Blu-ray, I owned that Paramount Presents one, which was really cool, and I thought that was the last time that I was ever gonna actually buy this damn thing. I thought, okay, that's the last time. I'm really never gonna get a chance to own this again. It's a good little set. I'm happy, I'm satisfied, it's all good, man. And then Vinegar Syndrome does this, and I'm like, oh, twist my arm, why don't you? And so I decided, what the hell, man, I was gonna give it a go, and I'm damn glad that I did, because it's really well worth it. Look at the inside of this, man. That is awesome. Oh, that's so cool, dude. So yeah, I decided one last time to buy this, and I think as collectors, to be fair, I think there are certain titles out there when you are a lover of a certain movie that you're willing to go out of your way for and buy because you love them so much, man. And sometimes you have multiple versions of it, and sometimes you just upgrade as you go along. And The Golden Child is one of these titles, man. Look, I'm an old school Eddie Murphy fan. You think of 48 Hours and Coming to America, Beverly Hills Cop, The Golden Child, and so on and so forth, man. This was prime Eddie Murphy, man. He was almost at like the zenith of his popularity. He could do no wrong. And The Golden Child, even though maybe it wasn't for everybody, it is for me, and damn do I love this movie. And owning it on 4K from this great Vinegar Syndrome release makes my damn day. And the next title I picked up, talk about fresh to the collection. Yes, indeed it is, man. From an old school horror maestro that definitely deserves to be celebrated. The work of George A. Romero is alive and well in The Dark Half. Yes, look at this. Woo, very nice, man. Talk about the appreciation for an old school horror icon, man. No doubt about it, man. Look at this. The hard box edition, once you open this up. Oh, look at that. I like that. It's kind of like, almost like it's like manuscript pages, and it's all like written over and shit. Oh, that's cool. Oh, with all the blood and shit. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's sweet. Of course, you get the lovely booklet, all the images and articles, all that good Vinegar Syndrome that we love. And then, once you take off this wonderful thing, we got the good old 4K. Very happy to own this, man. Now, I am a George Romero fanboy. I love George Romero. Now, mind you, not everything George Romero is created equal. I like some better than others, but he will always have a legacy within horror cinema. I mean, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, and so many more. We think about Creepshow, Martin, and many, many others, man. He paved a legacy that will never be forgotten, no doubt about that, man. And some films in his catalog get, I don't want to say forgotten necessarily, but lesser value to a certain extent, man. And I kind of feel like Dark Half is one of these titles that it's not easily coming to people's minds when you think of George Romero. It's just simply not, man. And I always kind of found that a shame because I've always liked this movie. And I'm glad to see it getting a lot of love because, well, I think it easily deserves it, man. No doubt about that. Look at this. Nice. And of course, the good old original artwork. Love it. Stephen King, George Romero, what a combo those guys are together. A team that cannot be beat. That is for damn sure, man. Great, great movie. And it is new to the collection. I've never gotten it before because, well, I hate to say it, but I missed out on the Scream Factory release, man. And I was kicking myself for years that I didn't get that release, man. God, I wanted that release. And I don't know why. I guess I kind of slept on it. I thought, well, it'll still be available. It is only the dark half. But I, in turn, underestimated that, well, there was far more of a hunger for it than there had been, or that I thought there was going to be. And so, yeah, that thing went out of print fast, man. It really did. And I don't know if you've ever looked on eBay for those prices, man. It is fucking insane. It's insanity, man, what they're charging for this motherfucker. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm just never going to own the dark half, right? It's just one of those Romero titles that I really like, that it just comes down to the fact that you just kind of wave the white flag and you give up, okay? Thankfully, my lucky stars for Vinegar Syndrome actually releasing the damn thing in 4K, no less. Very happy for this. And the movie ain't half bad neither. It really isn't, man. I love Timothy Hutton here. Playing this writer who does these trashy pulp novels. He doesn't really like writing this shit, man. Yes, he gets a good paycheck. People like him, but he's sick of this shit, man. He wants to get rid of this alter ego that he's been writing for in these novels and just call it quits, man. But just because he wants to say goodbye doesn't mean that, well, the other character really wants to die. So, well, sometimes your subconscious, your alter ego comes into play, and whether you like it or not, sometimes the past comes back to haunt you. Oh, indeed it does, man. And damn, does it in some really great, horrific ways with this movie. I've always enjoyed it, man. I've always had a fun time with this movie. And again, it's not a perfect movie. There's certain pacing issues. And sometimes Timothy Hutton is really great. And other times you're left a little wanting. But I've always really liked how George Romero went about creating the duality of the characters and the different personalities. I thought it worked really well, and I like the mystery intrigue of it. And I think it works pretty well, man. Again, I sort of put it into this category with other Romero titles, such as movies like Monkey Shines or Bruiser, late 80s, 90s, early 2000s, where people had expectations of George Romero, and he wasn't exactly living up to them. Maybe people were expecting a little bit too much. Maybe he was underperforming. Either way, I think we look back at these titles now, and I think there's a little more appreciation than what we had then, especially now that the man is no longer with us, and we look back at his catalog of films and say, okay, these are the A standard of what George Romero is. And then there's the other titles that are more on the bottom of the list. You think of a movie like Diary of the Dead, where, ooh, yeah, man, that, no bueno, man. No way, man. Kind of the bottom tier of Romero. And then there's sort of the more middle tier of Romero, which is not exactly up to the standards that is sort of classic Romero that we know and love, but still really solid and suitable stories that he really did a bang-up job on, just didn't quite get the appreciation that it did back in the day, and is now slowly but surely starting to at least gain more traction. And I feel like The Dark Half is one of those titles, man. And seeing as how the Scream Factory one went out of print, seeing as in high demand as what I think The Dark Half is going to be, I think people appreciate this film a hell of a lot more than we gave it credit for, even me, man. So I'm damn glad to finally own this in a really great edition. This is an amazing release. Vinegar Syndrome does it really fantastic, and I can't quite say I blame him, man. Look, I feel like we're living in a George Romero renaissance, right? I mean, we kind of are. You're thinking of all these boutique labels as of late over the many years that are releasing so much Romero goodness. You think of Arrow, and you think of Second Sight Films and Scream Factory and now Vinegar Syndrome, and I feel like we're now really getting to a point where we're showing this man the proper love again, and rightfully so. And I think once a director or an actor starts to get older or passes on, I think we look at their work a little bit different. Maybe with rose-colored glasses. Maybe we end up reevaluating it. And we're now here with George Romero. I'd argue we've been here for quite a while. And now it's titles like The Dark Half that are starting to gain a little bit more respect, a little bit more appreciation. I've always had it, but it's time for other people to catch up. And, well, if you haven't yet, what are you waiting for? Stephen King, George Romero, it's a match made in heaven. And sometimes that heaven can be quite terrifying. And last, certainly not least, not even close, this is one of the titles that I absolutely knew I had to order. This is the one that brings it all together because it was a must-have, man. I had the old school Blu-ray release of this movie that didn't really have a lot of love from Olive Films back in the day, but now it's gotten its proper just desserts for a comedy that definitely makes no apologies. With Dirty Work. Revenge is sweet and surprisingly affordable and all kinds of disturbing. That is a very, very hairy man. Oh my god. I think this might be one of the most disturbing pieces of physical media art I will ever own. Oh man. Golly. I'm a hairy guy, but this is ridiculous. Oh, and it really is, man. Where the hell are the Clippers? Oh, here they are. I think they're gonna need a bigger set. Sheesh. It's thick, it's dirty, it's their job. And they're damn good at it, man. Oh, Dirty Work. I can't believe that we have this. I have this edition, man. I love this comedy, man. And I am a fan of a good comedy. And look, we have lighthearted comedies, we have sex comedies, raunchy comedies, you name it. There's everything in between, right? Dirty Work is one of these movies that, man, spares no expense at literally making any joke to just throw in your face, man. And boy, they don't care about your feelings. They don't care about who you are. They absolutely just go for the throat in comedy and will literally just have a laugh at any expense. If they could do it, damn, they're doing it. And basically, they're shoving it in your face. And I like these. I do, man, because they've become a rarity now. We just don't get these type of comedies anymore. And it's kind of sad that we don't. I think comedies are not nearly as good as they used to be. We're living in a different world. And I feel like you have to tread lightly at times about who you're offending and how you go about it. And I feel like Dirty Work is one of those movies, maybe even one of the last ones, that really said, fuck it. We're making fun of anyone, everyone, and however we damn well please. And man, was it just fucking hilarious. It's so good, man. It really is. And this great edition from Vinegar Syndrome is just awesome with the hard box on the inside. You also get the good old booklet goodness that Vinegar Syndrome loves to do. Pictures, articles. Ah, sweet as always. And nice little slipcover action right there. Classic scene. A little bit of interesting imagery. And the 4K itself. Norm Macdonald, man. Damn, I miss Norm Macdonald. Uh, you know, I kind of feel like he was very underappreciated as a comedian, especially on SNL, right? I mean, he was part of a cast that was so amazing on SNL that I kind of feel like certain people got drowned out at times. He tended to be one of them, but when he ended up doing things like Weekend Update, he shined. And he showed how funny he could really be if you just let the training wheels loose and just let him go, man. And this is one of those instances where, dude, when you really let him make his jokes, his brand of humor, man, he kills it. And damn, does he do a great job at it, man. Look at this, man. 3-disc set for this. So damn good, dude. They showed the love, and rightfully so. And it's so crazy to think of the fact that how many of these people are no longer with us. Obviously, Norm Macdonald, but this was one of the last movies Chris Farley did. He sadly passed away. You think of Bob Saget, who directed this movie. He's gone. And to think, 3 great comedians who were just really wild personalities are just sadly not here to really appreciate this. And it's unfortunate. It truly is, man. But to finally see this get the love is so great. And other really great artists in here like Artie Lang. Can't say he's always the greatest, but I tend to think this is one of his better works. And there's a lot of just comedic genius all over this movie, and the jokes are just wild and flowing like crazy. And man, when I watched this the first time, I was just blown away. I was like, holy shit, man, they're just attacking everybody and having no remorse, and I'm so here for it, man. I really am, man. God, I dig this so damn much, dude. And basically, it's about these 2 schlubs, these losers, and they need money, and they're doing these odd jobs, and they figured, oh, why don't we do a company where we do revenge for people and get paid doing it? And yeah, it's all well and good until, you end up pissing off the wrong people. Yeah, and all the craziness that goes along with it, man. It was such a crazy experience watching this movie, and I feel like at the time when it came out, it wasn't nearly as appreciated. Maybe it rubbed people the wrong way. Maybe it just wasn't people's brand of humor at the time. Who knows, man? Maybe it just didn't quite catch the comedic zeitgeist. There's so many reasons for it, man. I feel like over the years, people have found this movie, people have embraced it, and people, especially now since a lot of these actors have now passed on, and especially the way comedy has become, I think this movie has definitely become something of a lost art, dare I say, within the comedy realm, man. And I'm so glad that it gets the 4K love. And on top of that, the fact that it gets the dirtier cut. This is something I'm really looking forward to, guys, because yes, it's only a minute longer from what the theatrical version is. However, it actually adds a lot of alternative lines and different jokes that perhaps was a little bit too dirty and too raunchy for audiences at the time, and they had to replace them with different jokes, you name it. And that's what I'm really excited for. The fact that they restored the actual intended version of this movie is phenomenal. I can't say how grateful I am to Vinegar Syndrome for this, man, because they could have easily just said, screw it, we're putting out the theatrical edition of Dirty Work, be damned, we're not going to go hunting for the lost footage. We're not going to be hunting for the alternative jokes. We're not going to be doing any of that. People are going to buy it, and they're going to buy it regardless. Who cares? But they put in the extra work, the restoration for it, and seeing that trailer that they put together, I was just awe-inspired, and I knew I had to pick this up. And this was already a buy, considering the fact that I love this movie, but the fact that they put as much effort as they did into this speaks volumes, man. It really is that awesome, and I am just astounded by it, and I'm so damn glad to have this, man. Look, comedies are not what they once were, and yeah, every now and again you get a comedy that is really, really great, that you're like, dude, this is awesome. And it reminds you of the good old days of comedy and how great it used to be, and how comedians just took no mercy, just going after people and doing it in hilarious ways, and Dirty Work is one of them. And Norm Macdonald was one of the best among them, and we can now cherish it on 4K quality for many years to come, man. Not half bad. Hairy-chested artwork and all, man. Vinegar Syndrome definitely shows the love, and damn, did they show it for Dirty Work in all the right ways. And that will do it for the halfway to Black Friday video. Guys, this is insane. Okay? This year's flying by. There's so many really great physical media releases to be picking up, so little time, and Lord knows the wallet is suffering a bit, but hey, it is well worth it when we're getting bangers like this. No doubt about it, man. With all of the great special features, the upgrade in quality, and artwork that is memorable, dare I say. Yes, it really is, man. Physical media is doing quite well, and boy, we're eating pretty damn good, man. And Vinegar Syndrome is one of the companies that is proving it in a big, bad way, man. I can't wait to watch these on my big 4K TV. Well worth it, man. Indeed it will be. Hopefully you picked up something from the sale. If you did, definitely let me know. Thank you for watching the video and showing me the love. I greatly, greatly appreciate it, man. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do become a part of the Film Fan Nation. You guys are my rock, and I love the support, and watching the videos, it means truly the world to me. And I'm a collector and lover just like you, and hopefully you appreciate what I do, because I really appreciate you guys back. Thank you so much. Check out the other videos that I make. Check out the Blu-ray, DVD, 4K out and about videos that I do, movie hunting, movie pickups, live streams, and so much more. Older content and newer content that is slowly but surely coming your way over time as well. Thank you for your patience, your understanding, and supporting a physical media YouTuber that clearly loves the collecting game. That is for damn sure, man. Keep up to date with everything I'm doing through Blue Sky and Facebook, Film Fan 108. Keep up to date with everything I'm doing, plus special pictures and videos I do from time to time on social media as well. And I suppose it's time to catalog these titles in the collection, add more to the Vinegar Syndrome love, and wait for the Black Friday sale, which will be coming sooner rather than later. Man, oh man, opening up the wallet again, it'll hurt, but something tells me it'll be hard to complain. That's for damn sure, everybody. Take care, enjoy physical media, watch movies, and I'll see you back next time. And remember, happy hunting.